What up people, welcome back to the channel. On today's episode we have this cool thing that we're going to do with fabrication and pieces of plastic and metal and welding and stuff, and it's pretty good. I'm going to tell you it's pretty good right now. If you want to have a closer look, we have this cool thing that Black Sheep Industries sent us. He's on Instagram anyways. And we're going to make a lug manifold. So he sent us this little 3D printed setup of a log manifold that actually just fits over the schedule piping. And it gives you your exact dimensions on where to cut, where to cope. So making our manifold should be easy. So as you can see here for materials, we just have like a mild steel flange here. We've got some mild steel, real thick schedule piping. And you can see that our pieces just slip over top of this. They just slip over top of these. We've got our header flange. What this is gonna be able to do is gonna let us mount the turbo without having to support it by the frame. So we had our little frame mount over here before, which is really raggedy and junk. But now the manifold itself is going to hold up the turbo, and we're not going to have to build any support brackets. On top of that, we do have our Black Sheep Industries 60 mil gate. This is still the research and development phase. I have one of the test products, but they'll be coming out as a 60 mil version. So when those come out, they should be like affordable. Like you should be able to get two 60 mil gates for like the price of a high-end 60 mil gate, and then they should still be quality enough that we can use them on our budget builds. So what I think we're gonna do is we're just gonna jump into this. These materials aren't very expensive. I think it's probably like $60, $80 Canadian for all the materials here, except for the header flange. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna bevel this one, the 45. I'm gonna bevel this one. And we're gonna start by tack welding this one in place here. I'm more concerned about getting this one tacked on and then cutting this end for our 90 because I don't know if I'm gonna use it exactly as our template pieces are. So I might want to extend this out and then 90 up. I guess we're about to find out if our non-mounted bench grinder is going to be capable of beveling these big pieces. And it's probably not the worst idea in the world to wear one of these. This thing takes forever to slow down. The grinder might be a better option. I've never done this before, so you guys are learning with me anyways. Then we'll finish it off with a sanding wheel. It made a weird noise. Stupid little... This is what we have for filler. It's just some mild steel 1/16 ER70S2, whatever that is. That's what we got. It's kind of thin, but we'll have to get better at filling. Technically, I should be able to fuse weld these to start. I just realized that I missed the face on this one, and there's a little bit of ring on the face, and I want to clean that off before I do anything. We're also not going to be back purging this. I was told with carbon, you don't really need to do it, so we're not going to do it. Doesn't steel welding sound so much better? You don't have that annoying buzzing in the background? So we just got this one tack welded. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna take this one. We drew a line around the coping is, and we're gonna cope this one and then mock it up with the hole cut, and then we're gonna test fit this on the car to make sure we have clearance for everything. So we definitely spend a little bit of extra time getting that angle right on our pipe. I did mistakenly cut a little bit off through here, but we can fix that. Learning experience. You can see it does fit on our pipe pretty good there. We'll get it on the table with our flange. You can see where it wants to go because it goes this way. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're going to kind of half assemble our materials here. Like that's our 90, I mean our 45. I'm just trying to figure out how to reassemble this. Now you can see that our 45, I don't actually have a piece for our 45 here. Nick forgot to send it to me, thanks Nick. But I think we're just gonna have to guess on our 45 after. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this one up, get this one tacked, and then we'll build it like this, I think. Loud. I also made the mistake on this piece when I was coping it that I made the line on the black, and when I was grinding I couldn't actually really see the black line, so if I grind down the black first and then put the line on the raw metal, it makes it a lot easier. We have a Canadian Tire hole saw kit here. This is our hole. What we're going to try and do is see which one kind of fits it. 1 3/8. It does wiggle a little bit, so I'm thinking if I put this in here and then grind it out maybe. Unless I want to try and get away with doing it on an angle. I'm going to try and follow the angle a little bit here. All right, so this is what we ended up with. Here's our hole here. Here's our piece. Now I'm just gonna tack weld this piece in place. That way I can like kind of mock it up in the car with my hands. I'm not gonna tack it to the flange because we needed at least 2 of these to make sure that everything's gonna be straight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tack weld this in place and then build the rest off of this one. Pretty much. I'm actually doing the second one right now to match this one. I've already cut the hole in the pipe. I just save you guys the time from watching the whole thing over again. So I'm gonna make up the second one. So now we can tack weld 2 of them in place. We'll get our header flange straight. We can make our 45-degree one, and then we'll work on where we want the 90-degree one to be. I can't tell because I have this on and earplugs in, so I don't know what's going on. So I saved you guys a bunch of time by switching to Geico, but I built my other bevel, and I learned real quick that if you just follow the template, that green template, mark it out exactly as it is, things just line up perfectly. So they're kind of useful. I thought there was gonna be like a little bit of play and a little bit of finagling, but no, it works fine. So direction of flow is this way. So these are gonna go this way. Got these holes in the wrong spots.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Damn it. Fuck. These were like supposed to go this way. Yep. So these green pieces are supposed to go this way. And I put them this way. So our holes are way too close. Can we salvage this though? I guess this is where the whole like measure twice, cut once rule applies. Oops. So this is what we have right now. What I think I'm gonna do to salvage this is just cut up a new piece here and see if I can get this one to fit out here at a even like bigger angle than normal, because this front one actually is, so I can recoat this pipe and kind of save it. And I'll just kind of tack weld it to the flange and to the here. Yeah, I'll see if I can cut up another pipe, and then maybe this is where, like this is where it gets cut off anyways, and our 90 comes up here. So we did get left with a little bit of a gap here. However, we're just gonna live with it for now. I should mention that I could probably just build this all again if I want to. This would be a good test run for myself anyways. I'm not the best at notching tubes. If I was smart about it, I probably would have got a 2.5 inch hole saw and made a jig and take the time to just cut it right, but I'm gonna tack this one into place and put it on the car and see what it looks like. Sad. I'm pretty sad about that. I know I should have the flange welded down, but I'm just putting one little tack on it. Don't get mad. So here's our, what it's gonna look like, kind of. Let me get some light in there. So if we would have built this with this back hole here a bit further onto like that 45 and had the 45 come closer this way, we might almost get away. Oh, sorry. So we would have built like the whole log a bit forward. We might have been able to get away with like a 3-inch downpipe down there. But I kind of like my fender exhaust. But then we can cut this off somewhere here. We can 90 it up right here. And we could run our turbo somewhere right here as well. So just eyeballing things. We can kind of have our turbo here if we wanted it. Or even here. I kind of want room to grow with the turbo size, so I was thinking something like putting it right like this. And then our exhaust also feeds into our fender where it was before. I would just need some pipe extensions here. It's that time again. I have to do some night shifts. It's like my transition between days and nights, so I actually have to work a night shift tonight. And I just put in all that work here, so you guys can suck it. I do put in some effort. And I love you guys. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. So we'll continue this on next time I'm out here. And maybe we'll find some new pipe and remake it, because I don't like how it's working out so far. Peace easy. Get that beat.